But what happens when they mess with you and do you know what? You've read all the books, you've listened to all the videos, you've educated yourself, you know exactly what is going on, and you've journaled. You've journaled like your life depends on it. Yes, my friends, because actually it really did. So realistically, they can no longer gaslight you. But sometimes, because of their game, because they are so articulated in this, we could just miss those things. And that's what this video is about. Watch this video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video, I wanted to empower you. Actually, I wanted to make this video sound uplifting because I wanted to recognize your efforts. You guys have done so well. Like, you completely understand what is going on, what gaslighting is. And actually, I feel like this is one of the oldest tricks in the books. However, when you don't realize or when you don't see through it, this is what makes it so powerful for the narcissist. Because actually, if you really think about it, if you're not aware what is going on, and also you've built up trust with this person, then this can be a little bit of an issue. Meaning it's not an issue for them, it's an issue for you because they are able to still get to you. And that's where I want to talk about the next level gaslighting, the next level manipulation. And it's basically so that you don't get caught out. That's ultimately what I really want to kind of explore in this video, is so that you don't get caught out. Okay, so let's define really what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation tool. It's when somebody tries to bend your perspective of reality. Now, you're kind of thinking, like, when you think about it like that, in those terms, like bending somebody's reality, you think, oh my God, like, seriously, would someone even do that? Would that something even cross someone's mind? But yes, it would. And it does. And the reason why it does is because these individuals want to bend your will, free will. They don't want you to think for yourselves. They want you to comply. They want you to do what they want you to do. And the reason why is simple, okay? They know who they are. They know what they are doing, okay? So they know with your free will, you wouldn't stay. You wouldn't stay and put up with this. So they've got to tell you lies. They've got to bend your free will. They've got to bend your perspective of reality, of your understanding of the world. That's why this is so derogatory and so damaging. And that's why I really wanted to talk about this in this video, because sometimes we forget. You know, the people that we trust. Like, why would you tell this person lies? Why would you go to such lengths? But these individuals do that. And that's why it is really important to never doubt your reality, your memory, or your instincts, okay? Your intuition. I always say this, my friends. Connect back to yourself. Learn to develop trust within yourself. Then, my friends, you are never going to doubt you. And that's where they get you, is the doubt. When something feels like they're saying something and it's like, no, it's screaming no at you. Believe that. You have to believe that, because that is your intuition telling you that something's not right here, that there is something untoward going on. You have to learn to trust that, my friends. When someone is manipulating you and gaslighting you, they are going to tell you lies. They're going to say things like, oh, no, that never happened, when you blatantly know that it did. Or they'll say, oh, you're overreacting. So they put judgments and they put like conditions on your behavior, and they make you doubt yourself. Maybe you are oversensitive. Maybe you are overreacting. Who is that person to tell you what you are or not doing? And actually, even if you are overreactive, even if you are oversensitive, that's okay. Like, you're a human being. okay? You're allowed to do what you want to do, right? The best one that they say is you're imagining this. No, no, you're not. When people say things like this to you and they're not open to discussion, they don't want to talk about things, that's a red flag, because they believe their own reality and they're trying to impose that onto you. You know, this is why it's important that you connect back to yourself and that you know that what you are thinking is right. The goal for this person, okay, is to create confusion so that you seek their version of reality, so that you believe them. You doubt yourself, but you believe them. Can you see or can you hear how crazy that sounds? When you've done the work, you're not confused anymore. You might feel triggered, sure, but you're not confused. So the greatest tactics of narcissistic gaslighting is the denial of the obvious. You have the evidence, the screenshots, the black and white in front of you, and they just say, oh no, that didn't happen. I mean, seriously. And there's the projection. They accuse you of doing the same thing, or you doing that thing that you are accusing them of. They also minimize your pain. So they try to kind of write it off like it's not important, or it wasn't that bad. Like, why are you going over the top? They'll rewrite history. Apparently that sweet moment, that lovely time, basically you ruined it. So it's your fault. And then there's the smear campaign. So when you start catching on, they're going to start telling everybody that you're the crazy one, that you are the one that is nuts, that you have created this and it's your fault. But here's the thing. You've read all the books, you've watched all the videos, and you kind of know. But it's one thing reading it in books, watching it on the videos, and then experiencing it in reality. This is the thing. And I know this myself, like when I was learning, obviously like in my master's, my doctorate, the psychology. So you're reading about people's behavior, but unless it's done in front of you, it's different on text, but it's different when you experience it. But what is so wonderful about our minds and about awareness is that you are able to apply the two together. Now, this takes confidence to be able to counteract this. This takes confidence to be able to say, no, this didn't happen like that. And also to be able to identify correctly what actually is going on. The thing is, once you see it or once you learn it, you can't unsee it or unlearn it. So what does it feel like when you have done the inner work? What happens for you is you pause and then you feel that internal click. Your body knows. Your mind goes, I've seen this before. Your intuition kicks in and says, not today, Satan. You don't argue, you don't warn them. You even smile because you're like, this is funny. This is actually ridiculous, but it's familiar. But now, instead of spiraling, you do this. You name it. This feels like gaslighting. You ground and you say, I trust what I experienced, and you walk away mentally and physically. So you don't engage. Your comeback is silent. You don't need to win the argument. You don't need to argue back. You don't need to prove your point. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to say that they are right and you are wrong, or they are wrong and you are right. None of that. And you don't need to convince anyone of the truth because you know the truth. The narcissist will probably escalate because they're going to get frustrated because you're not reacting in the same way that you would have done before. They're probably going to get really irritated and really annoyed and try to get a rise out of you. But this is where, again, you realize what is going on. Why would someone do that? Why would someone be acting in this way when actually, you know what? You do you, but they don't want you to do you. They'll say to you, you've changed. And you'll answer back, yes, I have. Because now your behavior becomes unpredictable to the narcissist. Now you become different. You behave differently. You think differently. Now the narcissist can no longer control you. Just because you've done the work, okay, doesn't mean that you're not going to feel the sting from now and again. Doesn't mean that you're never going to have a narcissist in your life, whichever capacity that is. But what it does mean is that you are aware. Okay, you understand these maladaptive, toxic behaviors that some people display. Not everybody is toxic. Not everybody is going to do this to you. but you understand it for what it is. And that is the difference. That is what is most important, my friends. So you see, it's not about, you know, eliminating this and not having a narcissist in your life, because that would be wrong of me to say that there's never going to be a narcissist in your life. Listen, even though I teach this or I work with clients, I still have encountered narcissists in my life, or highly traumatized individuals, even like on a personal capacity through like acquaintances and things like that, you know? So you're still going to come across them. But that's okay, because you can identify that behavior and know that you need to adapt your approach to that person, which is going to work better for you. You'll still get triggered. And I know that's not what you want to hear. Even though you've done the work, you're still going to get triggered. But again, what I'm trying to say is that the awareness is something that is going to help you. You'll come back to center faster. You'll breathe. You'll journal. You'll text that one friend that gets it. You can even text me, email me. Email in the description box. You'll take that bath, do that walk, do that healing, do that meditation, whatever it is that helps you to come back to you and center yourself. You don't need them to believe your version of reality. You don't need them to keep believing you. So the next time someone toxic tries to gaslight you, remember, you've read the books. You've done the work. You've lived the experience. No one can take that from you. You've healed. You see it for what it is. You can identify it, and you've learned to sit it out. Let them spin and you'll stand still. Let them lie. You speak the truth. Let them spiral. You rise. You've got this, okay? You're going to do great. And you know that you are elevating all the time. If you would like to get a one-to-one consultation with me, please know that I do offer this, and this can be found, the details can be found in the description box below. I also go live on this channel once a week. Check out my mentorship and the journal club as well. All details in the description box. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.